Welcome to the Hot Slice, a podcast brought to you by Pizza Today magazine. I'm Kate Lavin, and I'm joined today by Editor-in-Chief Denise Greer. Hello, Denise.
Hello, Kate. So we just got back recently from Pizza Expo Columbus, and I'm going to tell you that the launch of Pizza Expo Columbus was fantastic. The energy there, the enthusiasm. I loved meeting all the operators. Giving hugs to friends in the industry, and just learning. I just love to be a sponge and sit back and listen at Pizza Expo. And so Columbus was a great find. What did you think of it?
I had an absolute blast. I loved being at the booth that Josh designed. He did a fantastic job. We had caricature artists in the booth, and so was a big line of people who we were able to chat with and ask them about their operations back home. It honestly could not have gone any better.
I agree. So one of the big things that we did at Pizza Expo Columbus is we did a lot of interviews with pizzeria operators for this podcast. So we had Katie, our sound engineer, we had her go through and organize the episodes, and I put them together, and I tried to make sense of like common themes for the folks we talked to. So we're gonna launch this first one, all about people who actually got into the competitive stage. And if you've ever competed, you know just how stressful that environment is, and what an amazing experience it is. So we actually sat down with folks that were right in the midst of competing, and it was fun to get that energy from them and that perspective from the operators. On this episode, on episode 1 of the Pizza Expo Columbus sessions, we talk with Kelly Potter from Prohibition Pizza there in High Springs, Florida. And her husband had a unique experience that their dough did not arrive on their flight.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, so that is like literally like the biggest fear realized when you compete out of your local area. And I'm not going to give it away because she tells a great story of what happened and how they were able to continue competing. So you definitely should hear her story. And then you had an interesting conversation with Sean Dempsey of Dempsey's Brewery and Pub in Watertown, South Dakota. And he's a veteran competitor. How was that conversation?
He loves to compete. He competes in Las Vegas, and then this being our first time in Columbus, was everyone's first time at the Great American Pizza Challenge. And yeah, we had a great chat about how things went for him and what he would like to do next.
Oh, I love that. And then finally, we talked to Lillian and Sarah Covert of Viola's Pizza Company there in Viola, Tennessee, a little teeny tiny hamlet. And what I loved was Lillian competed in the Young Pizza Maker of the Year competition, and her energy was just electric. And I loved talking to her as a first time competitor, and just seeing what she brings to the table with this future of what pizza making is. So this is a great little collection of folks to listen. So listen to all three, and then stay tuned because we're going to keep doing these for the next several episodes on pizza or on the Hot Slice. We're going to continue to do these episodes from the show floor at Pizza Expo Columbus.
Hey Pizza Pros, after a long, exciting day at Pizza Expo, you deserve to kick back with people who just get it. That's where Beer and Bowl comes in, the ultimate networking event where pizza makers, operators, and industry legends come together to talk shop, learn from each other, and have a little fun over a cold one. Whether you're new to the industry or a seasoned pizza veteran, Beer and Bowl is your chance to connect, share ideas, and maybe even spark your next big business move. Grab a drink, pull up a chair, and join the conversation that keeps the pizza world spinning. It's only happening at Pizza Expo on Tuesday, March 24th from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Come thirsty, leave inspired. Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide. Are you ready to elevate your bakeware game? Spokane, Washington-based Lloyd Pans is the trusted name for professionals and home chefs alike. For over 40 years, Lloyd Pans has been creating innovative food service, bakeware, and pizza pans and tools designed to deliver perfect results every time. Whether it's crispy golden pizza crusts or perfectly baked pastries, Lloyd Pans' durable, stick-resistant, and proprietary pan finishes are a game changer. Visit lloydpans.com to explore our full lineup and find your perfect pan today. Need shipping quotes or custom products? Email sales@lloydpans.com for personalized service.
Kelly Potter, Prohibition Pizza out of High Springs, Florida.
Hey, and you've come a long way to come up to Ohio to compete, y'all. It's your first year of you guys competing?
Not our first year competing. It's our first year traveling with our dough.
Oh, and let's just say you had an adventure with this dough. And what I love is you shared that with your customers along the way. Like you were like letting them know what was happening. So tell us about the adventures in traveling with dough.
So super excited to be here at Expo. Denise, thank you for putting this on, because being close to home was something that was so important, because our first time actually traveling, putting dough on the airlines, was really nervous. So I ended up actually booking a nonstop flight. I thought, if I got a nonstop flight, I'm not going to have an issue. Less chance. You know, it's 1.5 hours. This is going to be
So
easy peasy. Famous last word. Wah, wah, wah. We get off the plane. All of our luggage comes out. Our 90-pound ice chest does not come off the plane.
Oh, no, that is horrible.
3 hours go by. In terrible communication. Nobody can find it. Come to find out, they never actually put the ice chest on the plane in Jacksonville. It never left Jacksonville Airport. From this airline.
Yeah.
They went to go find it at the airport. They cannot find it. 10 hours later.
Yeah, I love it because I followed the story. 10 hours later.
10 hours later, we get a phone call that it is actually here. Thank the pizza gods. All of our ingredients showed up, and for some reason, it went on United Airlines for a tour around the country.
So it got a nice little tour of the United States, right?
So everything I was freaking out about with traveling to Vegas pretty much happened anyway. So I'm definitely a little more, we'll probably be at Vegas now that we've gone through that.
Now that you've gone through this, you know what to do.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this. I mean, you're heavy competing now. Like what are you bringing in, and why do you love what you're bringing to compete with?
Well, first of all, I love the pizza community.
Absolutely.
I have never been in an industry with such kind people. And I do want to give a shout out to Chris Eisen of Eisen Family Pizza. When he found out that we didn't have our dough, he's like, honey, what dough ball sizes do you want? I will bring, he goes, I know it's not yours, but you guys came all the way out here. Let me help you out.
Yeah. That's what this
people don't do that in real life. Yes. It's so cool. So, I mean, wow for that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we competed. We did the Galvani Cup last year.
Okay.
And I did non-traditional. My husband did cheese pizza. My two sons also showed. So we did like the whole family affair. And that was very cool. So we're continuing with that because we realize, you know, it's one thing to just be a local pizzeria, but we want to really show what we're about and what our family has accomplished. And what better way to do that to actually have other professionals tasting and these great judges that are going to eat our food. It's very cool.
Oh, see, that's amazing. And, you know, you guys know what you're doing. Like, as a pizzeria,
we've recognized you before. You just have everything firing on all cylinders. Tell us about kind of how you've created that, because that's a unicorn in a business, to be able to have everything firing on such a great scale. So tell us about it.
My heart is so happy just so that. Thank you. Oh, it makes me smile. I think it's a synergy because it is family. Everyone is trying to do better. My son will hold me accountable. Yeah. Like, Mom, is that really what you want to serve? Like, is this? And I do call that out. Like, he's like, and I love that about him because, again, he's going to, show that we are better. We can do better. Yeah. But as a whole family unit, there's a lot of synergy to it. Also, I had some great mentors. Yeah. So I appreciate that. And great knowledgeable people that have helped mold us and shape us to get us to this point. Where it's going, I don't know. Okay. Right now we are, one location worldwide. But we do have plans. We have a food truck that we're getting ready to build out, and more locations at some point. Mm-hmm. But I want to make sure that if and when we do that, it's kept the way that it is. Yeah. Because I see so many people building and they lose what makes it special. Yeah. And the branding is so important. The message behind what you're doing. The key for us, though, is the fresh ingredients. Yeah. Everything we do, we chop daily. We hand slice all of our meats, our vegetables. So having that fresh and limited ingredients. Peppercini is like our peppercini vendors. We'll make sure that we're using turmeric, not yellow number 5. Yeah. So, and keeping that in mind. And again, those are our children that are putting that. Like, people don't eat that anymore. You need to take that out. Let's change this ingredients. And so the real great clean corta oils, all those things is Stanislaus. Great products. Yeah, to make a great pizza.
And seeing you're here and enjoying all of it and competing, which is amazing. I absolutely love what you do. Something that I like to do when I come to events like this is I want to, check the pulse of what's happening for you. So on a restaurant level, what's been happening with your business, say, in this past 12 months? And what are you looking to, do you feel like that you're on an upswing? Do you feel like things have flattened out? Like, what do you feel as far as business-wise and what's been happening and where you're going?
That's a great question. And I actually know this answer because I just answered your the questionnaire. So right now we are actually on schedule to double our sales from last year.
Oh, nice.
And I'm really excited about that because even though, in our minds, we're like, oh my gosh, it's a slow day. But I looked at, like, from the first couple of months we were open, like, oh, $500, by 5 o'clock, we're doing great. Yeah. And now it's like, oh, you're $2,000 by 5 o'clock, and we're getting better at what we're doing. We are tightening up our systems, the training, the staff. I have amazing staff. Most all of my staff has been with me for 2.5 years since we built it. Yeah, so I've been going on 3 years. So love them all, and they're all in the journey with us.
Okay, doubling sales. That is huge year over year, especially. I mean, you're not an exactly new business because you had been around for 6 months before that first year. So to double those sales, is there anything else that you really attribute that to, on things that you've done maybe from an ops side or from a system side that you can kind of share?
I think knowing your market is really important. The gluten-free.
What?
I don't think a lot of people are touching that, and they should. If you're not doing it, you need to do this. Huge market cap.
Talk about the veto vote, and veto vote is real. And if you've got somebody that is gluten-free or celiac and cannot eat your pizza and really can't come in, then that's money out the door.
I think you're absolutely right, because if they can't eat, they pick somewhere that they can. Yeah. But it's not just offering it, it's offering a place where they can trust.
We have almost a cultish following for our gluten-free.
Wow. How do you make it in-house, or do you get it?
So I don't, because I don't want cross-contamination, which is huge.
Yeah.
We have a complete build line that is aside from our building table. And have the ability, we use a Lloyd's pan, so it's never touching my pizza oven. So, we take great care and go great lengths to do that. But having those items is a huge market share. Having that cult-like following, I have people drive up from Miami for our gluten-free pizza.
That is a really far distance.
So I know, and I didn't know they were doing gluten-free pizza. And it didn't log in because I was like, that would have been fun.
That would have been fun. It's a neat category. And it's something that, so for a while, gluten-free was we kept hearing about gluten-free and we kept seeing a lot of people do it. And now I feel like we're hearing it again, it's kind of resurged. And maybe, it just kind of took a cooling off period for a minute. But I feel like it's definitely come back as far as a trend on more people offering it. But it's definitely that you hit the nail on the head. If you're going to do it, you have to do it right. And you've got to make sure there's zero cross-contamination, because once you lose the faith of a gluten-free patron, you will never get them back.
Right.
So I commend you for that. So, my last question here is, what are you excited about? We're coming up to the end of 2026 or 2025. We're going into 2026. Are there any resolutions that you're making for yourself on how you lead your business, or what you'd like to do?
I think as owner operator, we get bogged down in that every day.
Yes.
And we have to make sure that we take that time to really have that insight to look at where we want to be.
Yeah.
And that's a really great question, because I think I'm constantly trying to do mental checks. And how is our visualization of our business? How is the product? How is the quality? How is our service? Offering an experience when you're at a restaurant. That is a huge thing that I talk with my staff about. People are not just dining out to dine out. People want experience.
Yeah.
So constantly touching on those things are touching points for me. And going into 2026, I just want to be able to continue to do that and do better at that, because I feel like it's only going to grow and do better. So going into 2026, doing those same things, doing them better, keeping that consistency going, so we can only keep building on it. Ironically, our little town, we only have 6,000 people. Yeah, that's tiny little. We have 2 stoplights.
Little hamlet.
It is. But I still have people that have not heard about us. We've been there for 2.5 years, almost 3 years now, and they're like, "Wow, I literally live around the corner. I haven't even heard about you." But we get so much outside people that are coming in, and we'll do 200 to 300 pizzas on a Friday or Saturday night. So
that's amazing.
Getting the word out and just continuing to provide the great quality that we do.
I love it. So I said that was my last question, but I lied, because you actually mentioned something that made me think of it. So one thing that I noticed in our industry report, which I've been crunching through recently, is that though the visits for internal, for dining have been down for a lot of people, the actual spend is up for parties. How much they're spending on the ticket average is right.
Yeah.
So are you seeing that within your business, that the ticket averages are up?
I think that our average spend per ticket with someone whose first time there is going to be more obviously than your second time, because they want to try everything. Yeah. I want it all, and then I need 15 boxes to take it home with me. But I do see, if you can work on your upsells, find the great front of the house staff that gives them that service so they can have an experience, you bet it's unlimited. And you can talk them into those things and talking about your products. People love to understand where they're eating and enjoy it. So
I love it. Well, you have been just a joy to have on the show. And good luck tomorrow competing. I'm very excited. I'm going to get over there and try your pizza. I'm excited.
Please do. I'm so excited.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on, Denise. Thanks for joining us, Sean.
It's my pleasure to be here.
You said that you were competing. What categories did you compete in?
Today I did dessert, and then I also did traditional, thin crust out.
Oh, can you tell me about your dessert pizza?
Yeah, it was a little wild. So it was a bananas Foster pizza, and I actually used this year earlier in Rimini. And so we did like caramelized bananas, a bunch of rum to make it more like a Suzette. I made a chocolate and cinnamon infused dough, and then I added cocoa nibs and I added pecans to it. And we had this challenge in Rimini this year where you basically have to add anything cold to a pizza. It gets real kind of weird. You got about a minute or two and it all melts to nothing. So I actually made some mascarpone pucks that I took, piped them out, froze them, and then the last minute tossed them on the pizza. So they melt in about 3 minutes, but I'm hoping it's enough where the judge actually can see them, and then when they bite into it, it all just kind of melts in your mouth. So I'm really excited to see how that one does.
That's so clever.
Yeah, I'm hoping it works.
How long did it take you to figure out to use the pucks?
A long time. I've been playing with Jell-O for the past couple of weeks, trying to get him to gelatinize just right. And then one day something clicked when I was like, why don't we just freeze them? And then that's so far, today that worked really well for me. I'll be using that in Italy too. That's 100% going to be used at this year or next year in Rimini.
I really like your super creative pizzas. Do you use a lot of specials?
I do. So our stores use, we used to do a pizza of the week, which was a big thing, something different every week. But after about 5 years, you start kind of running a little out of creative juices on something different. So the new thing we started doing was Pizza of the Month, just to make it more easy to streamline between all the stores. Because my main store is a brewery club restaurant. We've got like steak and pastas and burgers and sandwiches and pizzas and basically everything underneath the sun. While all my little Danger Von Dempsey stores don't have steak, pastas, they're just pizza only. So it's hard to do something in one store if it has a bunch of crazy ingredients that the other stores can't get without logistical nightmares.
How many restaurants do you have?
Currently I have 4.
Oh, see. And is it challenging to run 4
Very much so.
locations?
It's weird for us because we have our they're not next to each other. So you've got like an hour and 40 up north, an hour and 10 down south, from even my house and our home base. So it's a lot of time behind the wheel just checking on things.
Yeah.
So
how do you find a good general manager for those locations?
We try to promote within. So I always take care of your people and they'll take care of you. Loyalty is a big thing for us. So I felt like with the idea that if we ever did decide to open another store, wink, I would be looking at hiring a DM role, promoting someone from within to take over the role that I'm currently kind of playing, which is the man of many hats, to take some of that off me so I can focus more on the growing part of the brand.
Great. Now, if that did happen, what are some specific initiatives that you would like to dive into, but you don't really have the time right now?
Some specific initiatives?
Yeah.
For
your pizzerias, for competition?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm like initiatives. Like, well, I think that that went over my head real hard on that.
No.
I'm not really sure. I want to see, like, our number one thing is expansion right now.
Yeah.
Behind that is trying to just get try to get people to, I don't want to say do more, but I want people to be more excited about things. Keeping just not only just the general population, your community, but your staff really engaged and really involved in the entire process. I was in Sioux Falls yesterday talking to one of the guys at the counter, and he told me the last time he had a really good pizza was in Napa. And I said, well, that's because everyone there has just a hardcore passion for making pizzas, and it shows in the dough. And when you go to a good pizzeria, you can always tell because it shows the employees care. And so that's just something we're trying to help kind of create and grow.
Yeah. Does coming to events like this kind of reignite your passion?
It does. It's fun because you get to see everybody you kind of rarely see.
Yeah.
I think I've already said hello to like 200 people,
wow.
which is great. High fives everywhere kind of thing. But you see some new innovative products. I was just over at the Ezzo booth talking about their pepper or their sauce. Great. But yeah, you get to see new things. You get to see everybody again. You kind of get like, it's really easy in this industry to get burned down. I've been in this industry for 26 years and it's a lot some days. And so coming here absolutely kind of reignites your passion for competition and just kind of seeing the best you can and seeing everybody else try their best to do the same exact thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good luck in the competition.
It's a pleasure. Cheers.
Hi there, I'm Lillian Covert.
And I'm Sarah Covert from Viola's Pizza Company in Viola, Tennessee.
Absolutely. Okay, so you are competing in the Young Pizza Maker of the Year competition.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what made you want to compete for this esteemed title?
I've been making pizza. We've owned the restaurant for 8 years, and I've been making pizza for quite a few of those years, and I just love it.
Okay, So with making the pizza, what are you most passionate about as like, what do you really try to control and do really well with your pizza?
We try to make the pizza taste as good as we can. We do quality over quantity.
Okay.
I just love making it.
That's awesome. So how did you prepare for this competition?
I've been practicing for years, I guess. But yep, just been stretching a lot of dough, topping a lot of pizzas.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm ready and I'm excited.
So what's the key to your competition pizza? Are you doing any special ingredients? Like how are you really trying to set the bar?
I would say it's the sausage because we get it from a local farm.
Okay.
We finish it ourselves in the shop. So the sausage is stellar.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So have you competed yet? Okay. So yeah. Are you nervous to compete?
No, ma'am. No. I'm not. I'm really excited.
Okay, so you're in the shop making pizzas a lot now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how's business right now in Tennessee? How are y'all doing?
It's going really good right now. We're doing good.
We're a small restaurant, so we're a rural community.
Yeah.
Population of 100 in our sweet little town.
I remember that. We've had some conversations. I can't believe how small you are.
We are.
And the success you guys have had.
We're still there for 8 years. But I think a lot of it goes back to we make one size of pizza, so we don't have to keep a lot in stock.
Okay.
And we can control it that way. And we've really become just a destination restaurant with people driving an hour and a half every weekend just to get pizza.
Yeah.
Tennessee doesn't appear to be a very diverse pizza state. So people are moving into Tennessee. We see that, they're coming from everywhere and they want the good pizza. So I hope they'll come see us in Viola, but every weekend we're just full of people from out of town that are either moving in or thinking about moving in. And,
So the big question is okay, so if you have a high tourist visitor, how are you getting the word out? Like, how are they finding out about you if they're traveling?
Well, I'll be really honest. If you get on Google and you'll put in restaurants near me,
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
We're kind of in the middle of a lot of state parks.
Okay.
So a lot of hiking, a lot of kayaking. That's a lot in our community. We're halfway between Nashville and Chattanooga.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of people just moving through that area and passing through. We're about 25 minutes off the interstate. So and it's still about. But again, we're only open on the weekends too. Thursday, Friday, Saturday night dinners. So we just contain it that way.
I love that you really do it smart to be in such a small community and actually focus your operations on key days and limited menu. You're like hitting those good practices that'll make you successful for years to come. And with 8 years in the works, you've really hit it. So how do you want to take the pizzeria as you move forward? Do you want to continue? Do you want to, grow? Like, what is the outlook for? Do you want her to take over?
With it being such a small town, we actually have an Airbnb on the square. So
I remember that.
It's just our little town, basically. Yeah. We just want to keep growing and introducing people to the slower pace of life.
Yeah.
We live a very slow life. Our priorities are kids. We homeschool our kids. That's always been the priority for us. And that has to do with the hours we serve too.
Absolutely.
But if the product is quality and consistent, they're going to come during your open hours.
Absolutely.
And so that's how we've really tried to focus it. Let them come when it's time. And they'll talk to their friends and share the word. And it just keeps spreading. And we're just blessed to have that opportunity to keep serving our little community.
I love that. So what do you think? Where do you see yourself in like 5 years with pizza?
I don't know. I'll probably still be making pizza.
I love it.
Every weekend.
Our younger daughter is taking orders up front. She answers all the phone calls. She's 13. And she answers all the phone calls and the best customer service you can imagine. Really tops all the pizzas every weekend, but also helps with the ovens and dough as well. So they're all in the kitchen. And we have 2 older sons that grew up in the kitchen as well that have moved on to their careers, but they come back because it's pizza and it's fun.
Absolutely.
It's just everybody's in the pizza shop. So let's just come hang out.
So have you been making pizza since they opened 8 years ago? Were you that little kid?
I think I started making pizza when I was about 11.
11.
Yes, ma'am. I hung out front with my dad before that.
I love it. Well, it's exciting to see that you grabbed that passion for pizza making, and I wish you the best of luck in the competition, and I'm glad y'all are here.
Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you so much.
We're excited to be in Columbus. I've been to Las Vegas, but we're excited to be able to bring young people to Columbus.
Well, it's such an exciting city. It's a big city, but there's a lot of things that are within walking distance here. So we're very excited to be in Columbus.
And to be able to travel or to compete, we can bring our dough to Columbus. Getting it to Las Vegas is a whole nother
that's a whole
project.
Yeah, I got you. Well, we wish you best of luck, and just keep us posted.
Absolutely. Thank you, Denise.
Thank you.